let's see example 1. Find the amplitude and period, hence sketch the graph. So this is the question. Y equal to 4 cos 3x. The function inside the bracket is just 3x. So now let's compare with the general equation of cos. Y equal to A cos bx minus c. So now we can see that the value of c back here is 0. So c equal to 0 means that there is no phase shift involved. Because we want to solve for 3x in the bracket here, 3x equal to 0, x is equal to 0. Meaning that there is no phase shift, so the graph later on will start from x equal to 0. So first of all, let's find the amplitude. So this A here is for amplitude. So amplitude A is modulus A is equal to 4. So later on, the highest height and the lowest height will be 4 and also negative 4. Second, let's see the period t. So the period t is equal to 2 pi over modulus b. So from the general equation here, the b is equal to 3. Therefore, the period is 2 pi over 3. So now we know that the lowest one, the phase shift is 0, and the highest number later on will be 2 pi over 3. The graph will go from this value to this value here. Now, let's see the subinterval. Okay, so we need to find the subinterval so that it's easier for us to graph later on. So the formula is t over 4. So just take the period, 2 pi over 3, then let's divide by 4. So 2 pi over 3 divided by 4, you'll get pi over 6. So what's the meaning of this pi over 6? Meaning that from 0 to 2 pi over 3, you will add pi over 6, add another pi over 6, add another pi over 6, another pi over 6, until finally you get the final period here. So let's do this here. 0 plus pi over 6 is pi over 6, plus another pi over 6 is pi over 3, plus another pi over 6 is pi over 2, and finally plus another pi over 6, it is 2 pi over 3. So this is the first subinterval, this is the second one, this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. So now we can graph, open x-axis, y-axis, alright. So the graph, of course, will start at 0. So let's put in our amplitude 4 and minus 4. So the highest one is 4, so we'll start our graph at the point 0, 4. So let's fill in the first subinterval pi over 6, the second one pi over 3, the third one pi over 2, and finally 2 pi over 3. So just draw the shape of the bowl. So this is one period of your graph. Alright, you can label it. This is one period, which is 2 pi over 3. You can always recheck your answer. Take the highest number here of your x-coordinate minus the lowest number. It should be equal to your period. Now let's see example 2. Find the amplitude and period, hence sketch the graph. So this is the graph given, y equal to 3 sine negative 2x. Alright, so let us first open up this one because your b now is negative, right? So let's change to positive by using even odd property. Sine negative theta is negative sine theta. So this is from the odd property. Let us focus only on this graph here, y equal to negative 3 sine 2x. So first of all, let's compare y equal to a sine bx minus c. So again, c is equal to 0, okay? So if you want to solve this, 2x equal to 0, so x is equal to 0. So your phase shift, you don't have any phase shift, you'll start the graph at 0. So now let's see the amplitude A. So just take modulus of A. So modulus of minus 3 is equal to 3. So take note that the highest height of y coordinate is 3. The lowest one will be negative 3. Now let's see the period t. So period t is equal to 2 pi over modulus b. So 2 pi over 2. So the period is pi. Since we don't have phase shift, we know that our graph will start at 0 and we will end at pi later on. So this is the structure of our x coordinate of the graph. Next, let's see the subinterval. This will make our job of graphing easier. So subinterval is period over 4. So let's take the period pi and divide by 4, which is pi over 4. So to achieve the graph from 0 here, you need to add the subinterval pi over 4. So 0 plus pi over 4 plus another pi over 4 plus another pi over 4 plus another pi over 4 until finally you meet the last period here. So let's try here. 0 plus pi over 4, it is pi over 4 plus another pi over 4, pi over 2 plus another pi over 4, 3 pi over 4 plus another pi over 4, it is pi. So this is your 1 period. So let's draw now. Let's open up x-axis, y-axis and origin. So let's fill in all of the subintervals, 0, pi over 4, pi over 2, 3 pi over 4 and pi. And we know we want to graph a sign, however, our a here is negative. So when your a is negative, you have minus outside of the function. You need to reflect the function about your x-axis. So the graph will go downwards. So go downward first and then go up and then you stop here. So we can label our 1 period is up until here. This is 1 period, which is pi. So the graph can be continued before and after. However, we just want to focus on graphing the 1 period. So you can always check your answer by taking the highest x coordinate and minus the lowest one. So pi minus 0, you get the 1 period value, which is pi.